Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I'm very excited because I'm wearing just like one of my favorite tops right now. You know when you just put something on and you feel so good in it? This is the top that does that. I feel very sexy. I feel very elegant, very pretty. I also have this top in a dress, which is actually what made me buy the top version of this. So I'm just very excited to wear this over the summer because I think it's going to be so cute with like jeans or like little shorts. And yeah, it's just very, very cute. Anyway, that's what brings me to the subject matter of this video, which is a spotlight on the brand called Faithfull. I really love doing a video about the brand ALC, and in general, I mean, that's the whole reason I have this channel, is I love sharing just the brands that I'm excited about and the items that I'm excited about because I just love fashion so very much. And so yeah, I wanted to start highlighting just cool brands more, and Faithfull is one that came on my radar, I'd say like the middle of last year when I started looking for wedding-esque outfits, because they do have really beautiful kind of vacation resort wear. I mean, obviously like they have, you know, everyday wear as well, but their stuff is really perfect for, you know, a gorgeous European vacation and just like looking very elegant or bohemian. So yeah, that's kind of how I discovered the brand. And then I wanted to learn a little bit more about the brand, so I thought I'd share that with you all. So it was founded in 2014 by two women, and once you know their backgrounds, it actually makes perfect sense knowing this. So Sarah is one of them. She is Australian, and then the other one, I'm gonna butcher her name, I think it's Helly, is from Norway. So one of the founders is from Australia, the other founder is from Norway, which honestly is like a match made in heaven, because I feel like that Scandi style is just so much of what drives like my personal style inspiration and my channel. That minimalistic but high quality modern look and feel I absolutely love. And then Australia, they just know how to design beautiful, sexy, but like not trying too hard garments. There's so many Australian brands that I love. In fact, I'm going to do another spotlight at some point on more of them because they just really, really, really knock it out of the park. And so the fact that you have Australian and then someone from Norway, put them together and you get this magical combination, which is this brand called Faithfull. So apparently the founders met in Bali, and that's how they kind of got the idea to start this. And they also work with a lot of local artisans. I guess everything is produced in Bali as well. And so that's another key piece of the brand, is they're very focused on ethical production. And so they use a lot of like family run companies in Bali. So that is very top of mind for them. They're also into like slow batch, slow fashion is what some could say. And so that's why the price points are a little bit higher, in addition to the materials are also high quality, like 100% linen and things like that. And so yeah, the price point is a little bit higher. I would say on average, the clothes are usually around $200 to $300. So like a top, for example, would be $250, pants might be $250, and so, you know, a set together might be around $500 to $600. So it definitely sits in that kind of mid-tier range. However, I will say they do have a lot of sales, either directly on the site, but also through all of the people that you can purchase them from. So you can buy Faithfull. I have purchased them directly from the brand. I have purchased it from Net-a-Porter, and I've also purchased from Shopbop personally. In fact, I got this top on sale from Shopbop, as well as some pants. And so lots of different places. I always recommend going for a new brand, trying out a new brand through like a Net-a-Porter or like a Shopbop, somewhere where you know that they have free shipping and a really good returns process. Because if you're just getting used to a brand and you're not sure about like their sizing and stuff, sometimes when you work directly with the brand, so for example, the first little outfit that I bought from this brand. In fact, I will scoot over so I can show you in the cutaways, was this really gorgeous, they call it like the Sao Paulo top and the Sao Paulo skirt. I picked it up for a trip to Mexico that I had last year. And I purchased this directly from the brand, and I actually bought a pair of pants as well, and I ended up returning the pants, but I had to pay to have them returned. So I ended up paying like $10 or something to ship them back to the brand. So this is not uncommon. I mean, it wasn't hard and, you know, it didn't take long or anything, but I do just want to call that out, that if you are kind of wanting to test the waters with the brand, I would try it through kind of these online e-commerce sites like an Essence or a Net-a-Porter or something first, and then ordering from the brand once you get more familiar with their sizing and stuff. So as I mentioned, they are really known for their vacation wear, their resort wear, even though of course like a black top you can wear out and about in New York City in the summertime. But in general, I would say that their stuff is really, really great for vacations. Again, that's why I started looking at it for my beach wedding. And in general, they are very well known for like their linen pieces and things. And so I do kind of see them as more of a spring summer brand, which is why I'm introducing them to you all now. So maybe you can pick up some pieces for the appropriate season. But yeah, obviously they have things that kind of lay outside of that, but I've just noticed that that's really where their brand plays really, really well. And the thing that I love about their brand is that they really do straddle that line between bohemian. So for example, like my Sao Paulo set, I think is being bohemian, but in a way that is very true to like my style of bohemian. I call it urban primitivism, but like it's more like dune chic. So still very modern, but there's sort of a rough edge to it, whether that be, you know, the kind of knit of the materials or whatnot. There is like a carefreeness that does come with more of a bohemian style, but it's not bohemian like a Cezanne, which I find to be a style that's not as close to my own personal style. So even though it's a little bohemian, I think it still plays in the sandbox of being very modern and feminine and flattering, if that makes any sense at all. And I think just the visuals of showing you the Sao Paulo set is just a great example. And but the thing that I really love that they have are their linen sets. Their sets are absolutely stunning. Again, I own a linen dress from them, I own this linen top, and I own some really, really beautiful pants from them that I will get into in a moment. And then I'm also going to share some of the things that I saw on their site that I'm absolutely loving right now, because unfortunately a lot of the things that I've purchased, you know, you can't get them anymore. You might be able to via some of the sales, but who knows, by the time this video goes out, things might be completely sold out. So I also wanted to go through their new arrivals so that you guys have some newer options as well. But in general, I love their linen sets. I love how their sets are a little more formal than a brand like Dish. Their sets are a little more structured. They're very like elegant lady on her European vacation, like in the south of France or the south of Italy. Like I just find there's a level of sophistication to them and a structure to them that I really, really love. And again, if you are going to go for some of their more structured ladylike pieces, I always like pairing them with stuff that's a little more unexpected, so you don't lean too far into the prim and proper. You guys know that I'm all about juxtaposition when it comes to my styling, so I did just want to call that out. But in general, I think their linen pieces are just so beautiful and so elevated, so I will be sharing all of those. But first, let's touch on all of the pieces that I have in my collection from Faithfull. So first, I want to talk about the very first two pieces that I purchased. I've already shown it to you, but this is the Sao Paulo top in the sand sky stripe. So they brought this top out actually in two different colors. One was this gorgeous kind of gray taupe stripe color. The other one is also a stripe, but it had more of like a terracotta in it. And I just love the neutrality of this, but I also loved that it had a little bit more visual interest in terms of the stripe, but also the kind of knit of the material. I felt like the material was really, really beautiful. The material's 54% linen, 46% cotton European flax. And that's what I meant by great materials. So a lot of this stuff you're not going to read and it be like polyester, viscose, yada, yada, yada. Like it really is like 100% linen, 100% cotton, like very nice materials, which are so critical in the spring and summer because it just gives you more comfort and ease when you're wearing these items so that, yeah, you just have that really, really nice breathability. But I loved the one shoulder aspect of this top. And I also actually love that it's long sleeved. So I wore this in Mexico, in Puerto Escondido in December, and I am pale. As you can see, I am very pale, and I just don't go out in the sun a lot because I live in New York and I just don't get the chance to. So when I go to a tropical destination, honestly, I'm so afraid about getting burnt. So I actually really appreciated that this top had sleeves because then I only had to worry about really coating on sunscreen for this like one part of my body. But maybe that's just a me problem, but I really loved the long sleeves of this. I could also see myself wearing this top in Mexico City, like at nighttime when it gets a little cooler with just a pair of jeans and some wedges. This would be super, super cute. So this is definitely like a go-to piece for me in the spring, summer, and I really, really love it. Again, I also loved the unfinished edges. It just kind of gives this bohemianness to it without being like too hippy dippy with the whole thing. There's like just this unstructuredness to it that I love, and frankly that I really want when like I'm on a vacation or something. And then the skirt is also really, really beautiful. Oh, price point as well. The top was 250 USD. And then the skirt, which, I just love this skirt. And again, I love a set because you can mix and match them. So for example, I wore this skirt just on its own with like a cute little white t-shirt and my Hermes sandals. And then I also wore it with the top matching. So depending on kind of what look you're going for, I love that you can really like mix and match a set and that each piece really stands on its own without having to be a full matching set. That is my other top tip when it comes to sets, is that you really need to love each of the pieces a lot separately. Otherwise, you're only ever going to wear it as a set and then you're not really getting the versatility out of it. You have to love the top, you have to love the bottom, you have to want to wear it with all these other things, and then you really, really get the full boom of the set. So the skirt was actually $300, and I do think I got these on sale. I don't think it was quite on sale as it is right now. I think it's on like final sale, but I do think I got like 25, maybe 30% off. So again, they'd have great sales. And in the same beautiful linen cotton fabric. And again, I love the long maxi skirt. This was great in a place like Puerto Escondido where they do have like a mosquito hour where you kind of want your legs to be covered at night, for example, just because the bugs can be out and about, but also just for a little bit of sun protection. I think that's great too. It's just super comfortable and really high quality and very gorgeous. So very happy with my first purchases from Faithfull, which led me to my, I guess you could say, third purchase, because technically the first one was 2 items, but however you want to say. My next purchase from Faithfull was this dress, which was for my wedding brunch. I don't know exactly when this videos go out. Maybe the wedding brunch video will have already been out, so you might have already seen this dress, but I will talk more about it because I'm absolutely in love with this dress. It is just, it was perfection. This is called the, and I still can't figure out exactly how to say this, the E-Ride, I or LLRIDE maxi dress in white. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I actually didn't love it on the model. I don't know. It just, I don't know. I just liked it more on myself, which usually like that's never the vibe. But I think they put like too big of a size on her, or she just, I don't know, it just looked like she really didn't have a waist, and then she didn't have that broad of shoulders, I guess, like me. So the thing that I love about this dress is that it really kind of accentuated and gave me that hourglass shape that I don't really have. I have more of like a boyish figure, I feel like. And so I loved that it kind of had that nice, and I love that it brought attention to like my collarbone and things like that. Again, I just felt very ladylike and very pretty wearing this dress, and this dress was $330. It is 100% linen, which thank the Lord because I wore this in, again, Puerto Escondido, and it was like 85 degrees outside and I was perfectly comfortable. The only thing that I would say about this dress is that because it does come in, I got it in a size extra small. Oh, that's the other thing I should call out about the Sao Paulo. I do always actually wear an extra small in all of these. So in this top, in these pants, and everything I've ever ordered from Faithfull, I wear an extra small. However, it is like right at my waist. And so this top in particular, I don't think with the dress there's much you can do about it. And I honestly wouldn't want to get a size small because then I wouldn't have that beautiful like line and like hugging of the body like I get with this. But with the top, which I'll get into a second, I do wish maybe they made the zipper a little bit longer just so it'd be slightly easier to get in and out of, because it is one of those pieces that although it feels wonderful when you get it on, there are moments where you're a little bit like, oh, like, am I gonna have a hard time taking this off? Maybe. The other thing that I love that just shows you the high quality of this dress and this fabric is I didn't have to wear a bra with this dress, which was also really nice. Of course, it's off the shoulder, so I would have had to wear like a strapless bra, which I don't know about you guys, but I hate them with a passion. They're so uncomfortable, and I don't really have, you know, boobs, so I don't really need to wear a bra. But the problem is with a white linen especially, you know, you want it to be lined really well. You definitely don't want anything to be see-through, and this dress was perfectly lined. All of the garments are very well lined, including even the black linen. It's beautifully lined. So I love, again, the construction of the garments, and yeah, the fact that I didn't have to worry about anything in terms of it being like cheap and see-through and stuff. So I really adore this dress. They have a very similar dress to this available on their site currently, but it's not in a white, it's in like a butter color, which is very popular this spring. So I will leave that one linked below. Again, it doesn't have quite the same cut. It doesn't go quite as off the shoulder. It's more like this. So you can see that. And I will talk about that one in a second, but there are other options online if you can't find this particular dress because it is, you know, on final sale. They also made it in black, which, oh my God, maybe I should get the black. Oh, and the top in white. Oh, they made it in all the colors, which is so great. So that's the other thing I like about them is they usually bring out like multiple colorways and patterns in things. So if there is a particular silhouette that you like, you can probably get it in other areas too, which is great. So like I mentioned, I was so inspired by the Irade, however you say it, dress and how much I loved it and how great that I felt in it and how confident and sexy I felt in it that I wanted to buy the top. And so I purchased the top for $85, so 50% off. It was originally $170 off of Shopbop, and it was final sale, but again, I already had the dress, so I knew exactly how it was going to fit, so I was absolutely fine with that. And their sizing is very consistent, so that would have been a real bummer if I ordered this and it was like smaller or bigger, but no, like their sizing is very consistent, and it's again made out of 100% linen, lined, which is fantastic. And yeah, I just love the top. Again, I got a size extra small, which was perfect, even though it can be a little hard to get on and off, just because it does come in so beautifully right here. Again, I would love it if that zipper was like a little bit longer, but that's okay because I feel so good when I wear it. I definitely would not want to go for a size up. And then I'm not gonna lie, when I was on Shopbop, I actually got what I thought were the matching pants because they do have matching linen pants. However, I ordered totally different pants. They were just like black pants from Faithfull, but I didn't realize that they weren't matching. And honestly, it was kind of a great happy mistake because I got the Aleza pants in black, and these are a really beautiful 100% cotton pant, and they're actually very similar to these pants I have from Totem that I absolutely love. And I say that in the sense that they have an elasticated waist, they have a drawstring, they're like a really thick sturdy cotton. Like my husband was like, they feel like a parachute, but they don't feel like a nylon. Like they feel softer and more comfortable than say like my utility pants from COS that are made out of some kind of nylon material. These are just like really freaking comfortable pants. These are like the perfect vacation pant. I've already worn these pants actually I shouldn't even admit this. I've worn these pants 3 times this week. I wore these pants 2 days in a row because I love them that much. I had on a sweater dress one day and I got really hot, and so I ended up changing into these pants and with my black totem little cotton kind of cashmere sweater on top. And then the next day I just put on the same outfit because I loved it so much. And then I'm wearing them again today with this top. So I love these pants. Even though I already had similar pants to them, I just think these pants are so great. And I got them for $100, I believe, off of Shopbop again, although you can still get them for sale off of the Faithfull website. And they were originally $170. So just a great, honestly, vacation pant. Looks like they've thrown them just over like a black one-piece swimsuit on the website, which is like all you want to do when you're on vacation anyway, is just throw an easy drawstring pant on. So I love it. I love the more casual pieces as well as the more kind of structured pieces. So now that I've shared with you all of the pieces that I personally own from Faithfull, I want to talk about some of the new arrivals that I've seen that I really like, that I also just feel like embody the brand again. So you can get more examples of what this brand is about and kind of what they look like and stuff. So let's get into that. So very, very similar to this top in terms of the cut and the sort of regalness of it. They have the Anna top in white. I think this is, it's almost like a little bit of a peplum as well, similar to this one where it comes in at the waist, but it's not a peplum like I feel like the peplums we grew up with, you know, like in the 2010s. It's like a much classier peplum top where it gives you a little definition in the waist, but also kind of covers the tummy. It's like not, it's tied on the waist, but like not on the tummy. It's tied in all the right places. Let me just say that. So this is really, really beautiful, and it's $180 and it's just gorgeous. It also comes with these really beautiful kind of cropped pants. It's called the Claudine pant and those are $320. And I just think this whole look, I mean, on the website they literally have her like on the French Riviera or something, and that's totally this look. That is the vibe, is like French Riviera chic. I just love the structure, but I also love that you can like dress it up, dress it down, wear the pieces separately. I mean, this is like the summer set of dreams, so I wanted to call that out. They have a very similar top, but it is slightly different. It's called the Joan top, and it's black. And again, it's a lot like this, but it kind of comes in like here. See? So if you're not into the boat neck, maybe if you have broader shoulders and you don't want to accentuate them, then you could go for a top like this. Again, it has that really beautiful, comes in at the waist, comes out just a tiny bit to be flattering. And this is also in a 100% linen, so gorgeous, gorgeous linen black top. And then they have the matching 100% linen pants, which actually I believe are the pants that go with this top, which is kind of funny. So yeah, so you can get the matching. So I just love that look of like linen on top, linen on bottom. But again, this would look so cute with just a pair of like little Levi's and my little AD, you know, suede heels and a clutch bag. It's just like, it's always good to have stuff like this in your wardrobe, because these are the kind of things that I reach for, like linen sets, when I don't really know what to wear in the summer because it's hot and I feel gross and I just want to look sophisticated. Stuff like this is like, oh, a godsend. Another thing that I looked at actually for my wedding, but I decided that it was almost too structured for the environment that I was going to be in, because I was getting married in a more kind of natural, beachy environment. And I'm glad I made that call, because I do think this dress was perfect. It was like just enough structure to still be me and my style, but wasn't like too metropolitan, if that makes any sense. But I am obsessed with a short sleeved blazer in a beige color, and it's $420. It is 75% viscose, 25% linen, and I'm guessing they're doing that blend so that it doesn't wrinkle and fall, and then it maintains a lot of that structure that it has. I love that it kind of comes over and again comes in at the waist. You can tell that this brand is founded by 2 women, because you can tell they're really thinking about like the female form and women's bodies and what makes us feel comfortable. So I really, really love this blazer kind of top, and I love the matching pants. I think it's so cute. It comes in a few different colors. They also have like a long sleeve version, but to be honest, I like the short sleeve. I think it reads more summer. You can also get it with matching shorts if you didn't want to go for the pants, but I like the pants. I don't know why. A skirt blazer set, I don't know, it's a little too casual for me, but I do think the trousers with the top are really, really pretty. And then again, there's another dress called the Liddy maxi dress in that beautiful butter color. It is $330, and it's probably the most similar to this dress version of this if you are looking for that. Yeah, again, very classic, but very easy look and feel. And even though they say it's a maxi dress, honestly, it's more of a midi dress. The white dress that I have is, and I'm not tall. You got a lot of you all ask how tall I am. I am 5'7", and I feel like that dress was a midi dress on me. So unless you're just really, really short, like you're 5 feet tall, then it will probably be a maxi dress. But I really actually appreciate where it hits and the fact that it's not a maxi dress. So I did just want to call that out too. And then unfortunately, they don't have the Sao Paulo stuff anymore, but they did have, I think, a dress that is a really great example of their more bohemian side. So this is the Aveline dress in beige pinstripe. So again, you have that very subtle kind of pattern and really, really beautiful fabric. Again, it is 55% European linen and 45% cotton. So actually super similar to the Sao Paulo fabric, where it's kind of a knitted linen cotton mix. So it's going to be very breathable, but visually it's got a nice little texture to it and visual interest. And I love the kind of scrunching over the stomach, and so it cinches in at the waist a little bit, but then you have just like the openness with the ties. I just thought this was a really beautiful dress. This is a kind of dress that I would want to wear on vacation because it's like easy, like wear it out on the beach or wear it to dinner. And yeah, I just really love this dress. This dress is $390. And then the final item that I loved, and I'm so sad because I saw these trousers. These are the Stevie trousers in natural. And I was like, oh my God, these are so beautiful. These linen trousers, they're so great. And they had this very cute, another great example of their bohemian kind of side, kind of like scrunched tube top. And I guess it must be old, or I don't know, maybe it's coming later or it's sold out or something. But unfortunately, I cannot find this top. I don't know. Maybe I'll try another deep search and see if I can find it for you all. But even this little head to toe beige outfit is like so up my alley for spring, summer. I just love it. It would look equally as appropriate in the city with just like a cardigan on or on a beach, like chilling. So I just love this. In general, I just think Faithfull has really, really, really cute, classy stuff. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Sorry, I get really excited when I'm talking about brands and items and things that I love, but I'm really into this brand and I think they're doing really cool things. So yeah, very happy to share it with you all, and hopefully it gives you a little inspo for spring and summer. And yeah, I mean, hopefully, if you knew about this brand, good for you, because they're a great brand. And if you didn't, hopefully this was kind of fun for you to discover something new. So yeah.